15 things you didn't know about Nintendo. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Greetings, Aluxers, and welcome back to another Alux.com on YouTube video. A modern-day electronics juggernaut born from humble beginnings, Nintendo's over 12 consoles have made a tremendous mark on the electronics market with innovation and originality. Having been featured in a large number of games, as well as a TV show and a feature film, most people may be familiar with the company's iconic character, Mario. The company behind the super Italian plumber has grown from a simple trading card company to becoming an international entertainment juggernaut employing thousands and making billions. There's more to this company than one heroic plumber, and we at Alux.com are proud to bring you 15 things you didn't know about Nintendo. Number 1. Nintendo is over 125 years old. Founded in 1889 in Kyoto, Japan by Fusajiro Yamauchi, the company's original product was a playing card game called Hanafuda. In 1949, the company officially became named Nintendo Karuta Co., Ltd. for business inside of Japan and the Nintendo Playing Card Co. when conducting business elsewhere. Less than 20 years later, the name would change again to Nintendo Co., Ltd. This was done by Hiroshi Yamauchi, the grandson of the founder, sometime in the year 1963. Number 2. The first video game console handled by Nintendo was imported. In 1974, Nintendo secured the rights to distribute the Magnavox Odyssey. In Japan, Nintendo wouldn't produce any of its own hardware till 1977. This was the same year the company hired Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Nintendo's most well-known titles, including the original Donkey Kong, Super Mario Bros., and more. Starting as an apprentice in Nintendo's planning department, Shigeru Miyamoto served as the general manager of Nintendo for 30 years. Currently, Shigeru serves in a main advisor role for the company and holds a net worth of $40 million. Number 3. Shigeru Miyamoto was the first person inducted into the Academy of Interactive Art and Sciences Hall of Fame. In 1997, the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences held the first annual Interactive Achievement Award and award ceremony, which recognizes the year's greatest video games. An individual with impressive accomplishments in the industry, with awards ranging from the coveted Game of the Year to recognizing incredible innovations in the industry. This ceremony is a must-watch for anyone interested in gaming. In this same year, the Academy began its Hall of Fame for individuals that made tremendous revolutions and innovations in the gaming industry. The first inductee was Shigeru Miyamoto. Number 4. Nintendo's Mario Party resulted in a lawsuit against Nintendo. The first edition of the Mario Party series featured a set of mini-games where the object was to rotate the joystick as fast as possible. The problem being that doing so with your thumb would never prove fast enough, causing these games to be incredibly unpleasant to play. In response, players started using the palm of their hands on the joystick instead. This method proved effective and spread across the gaming community. Problem is that doing this would often leave the player with torn up palms. In the end, the mechanic was scrapped from future games, and Nintendo paid out over $80 million as part of a class action lawsuit. Number 5. The most expensive Nintendo game cartridge in the world sold for $99,902. An incredibly rare collectible with only 90 units produced, the gray cartridge copy of Nintendo World Championship sold on eBay in 2014. These games were given as prizes to the finalists of the regional gaming tournament held across the US in 1990. The cartridge holds 3 games: Super Mario Bros., Rad Racer, and Tetris. However, there is an even rare version of this game, the Gold Edition, featuring a golden cartridge instead of the standard gray. Only 26 copies of the gold copy were created, and the only way to get one back in the day was a contest in Nintendo's monthly magazine, Nintendo Power. Number 6. The Mario franchise is the most successful video game franchise of all time. With over 525 million individual video game units sold, the Mario franchise holds the top spot by over 30 million units. A Nintendo exclusive franchise also holds the number 3 spot on most sold video game franchises. The franchise is the immensely popular Pokemon franchise at 280 million game units sold. The franchise in between the two Nintendo exclusive titles is Tetris, with 495 million game units sold. However, Nintendo had a hand in the franchise popularity, with over 35 million units being sold along with a Nintendo Game Boy. Number 7. Did you know that Nintendo Switch sold more than 1 million copies in its first week on the shelves? Sales of the Switch have gone so well that Nintendo has announced they will be doubling the original number they were going to produce in 2017 from 8 million to 16 million units. Number 8. Nintendo made a Game Boy out of real gold, but nobody has one. As a promotion with the release of the game Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap, a gold-painted edition of the Game Boy Advance SP, became available in the European market. If you bought one of these systems, you would have had the chance at finding a golden ticket, which could be redeemed for one of 7 systems, made of real 24-karat gold. In the end, it may have just been a promotional stunt, as nobody has claimed to have ever seen or owned one of these glittering game systems. Number 9. Nintendo had a long-standing history of being family-friendly. Nintendo's first rated M for mature audiences only game was published in 2000 alongside the developer Rare. The game Perfect Dark is a first-person shooter featuring Agent Joanna Dark on a mission to stop a conspiracy. A year later, Rare would release the rated M Conquers Bad Fur Day for the Nintendo 64. This title was met with controversy for its over-the-top toilet humor and bad language. Even though Nintendo had expanded to allowing more mature content, to this day its products still have family in mind. Number 10. Nintendo has produced more video game consoles than any other company. Since the Famicom, or Nintendo Entertainment System's original release in 1983, Nintendo has released over 15 personal systems, including 8 at-home consoles. The only gaming option with a longer history than Nintendo is the PC. With 10 of the top 20 most purchased game consoles of all time, Nintendo has sold over 700 million. Sony, on the other hand, has sold approximately 480 million units across the systems they have produced. These two companies greatly dwarf Microsoft, which has sold only 118 million units worldwide. Sitting at the gaming top spot has given Nintendo a current value of over $11 billion US, an annual revenue of approximately $4.9 billion. We've covered this in detail in our top 10 richest gaming companies video, which you can check out by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. The original Nintendo Entertainment System was available until September of 2003. With the system's Japanese release in 1983, this makes the system the longest a gaming console has been available on the market. Over this 20-year period, the system sold over 62 million units and over 500 million game units. This also makes the Nintendo Entertainment System one of the most played systems of its time. It's no wonder the heroes of Nintendo are now household names. Number 12. Nintendo games have been edited for American audiences. One key example is the 1992 release of Super Mario Kart. In the Japanese release, some characters would drink a bottle of champagne upon winning. Worried that this may encourage drinking and driving, it was forced to change for the American version. Instead of drinking the bottle, we see the Princess Peach tossing it into the air and the villain, Bowser, simply holding the bottle while throwing his hands up in celebration. Number 13. Nintendo rejected the idea of a Mario comic book. Pitched to Nintendo by Archie Comics and writer Ian Flynn, a writer for other video game-inspired comics including Sonic Universe and Mega Man, the comic was rejected by Nintendo. Archie Comics would also attempt to publish comics based on the popular series Kirby and Metroid. These concepts were also rejected by Nintendo. Number 14. Mario was originally named Jumpman. In the arcade classic Donkey Kong, the hero who would one day be Mario is called Jumpman. That is not the only difference between the modern famous plumber and the original Jumpman. Jumpman was also a carpenter instead of a plumber. In this original, he was saving his girlfriend Pauline instead of the future title's iconic Princess Peach. Some fans online have developed theories that this original Jumpman is in fact the father of Mario, in contrast to being a different version of the hero. Number 15. Nintendo made money turning exercise into a game. Wii Fit, originally released in 2007, features a digital trainer and a number of exercises for the player to perform. This game required a peripheral device to the Wii, which was sold separately. All in all, the game earned Nintendo approximately $5 billion. This places Wii Fit as one of the top 10 most profitable games of all time. With a set of exclusive characters and stories owned by Nintendo, it's no wonder people keep coming back for more. While also boasting a current stock value of approximately $230 or 26,000 Japanese yen a share, it's likely we see Nintendo to continue to innovate the gaming industry for years to come. Are you a Nintendo fan? Let us know about your favorite Nintendo franchise in the comments below. Thanks for sticking with us till the end. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on social media or ask us questions on our website at Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer.